Welcome to CITAM Church Online. This is Pastor Karita Mbagara, the senior pastor at CITAM Karen. For the last few weeks, we've been speaking about prayer, and our theme has been From Mourning to Dancing from the book of Habakkuk. Today we bring this to a conclusion by stating that the power of prayer is available to ordinary men. And I want to illustrate this by the life of another person, Amos, as we turn to the book of Amos chapter 7. In that passage, Amos is given 3 visions in succession. In the first vision, he sees locusts coming to destroy the land. And while he's still in the vision, he cries out to God and he says, Lord, Israel is so small. And God relents the devastation that was going to come, or the judgment of devastation that was going to come to Israel. In the second vision, he is shown a fire that is going to burn the whole land, dry the waters, and make sure that the land is not productive. Again, he cries out to God, and God relents of that judgment. In the third judgment, or the third vision, he sees a plumb line that is placed on a wall. And this time he does not cry out to God. And because of that, there is a pronouncement of judgment. But what I do observe is this, that Amos was a very ordinary man. And every time he prayed twice, and God heard him and answered his prayer. What is interesting is that on the third occasion, when he doesn't pray, then there is judgment that is pronounced. That is to say that prayer gives power to those that are connected to God and that actually pray. And when we don't pray, consequences will follow. How do I get to the conclusion that Amos was a very ordinary man? When you read the whole chapter, you find that at one time he is in contention with a priest called Amaziah. And because Amos was prophesying in Israel as opposed to Judah, at that point he is forced to give his CV. And he says, I was a shepherd, I was taking care of sheep, I was not special. He also says that he was taking care of sycamore trees and fig trees. And therefore, he is saying that I am not any special. It's only that as I was doing those things, God called me. And when God called me, he sent me to come and preach here in Israel. And we also know that herdsmen were not considered very highly. In fact, in the contention between him and Amaziah, Amaziah tells him, you go back, you don't belong here. This is the king's, he was trying to say, this is the place where the king worships. This is the altar where the king comes to, and ordinary people should not be here. But it is this Amos who prays in secret and privately and averts a judgment that was coming to the whole nation. And I'm here to encourage you and tell you that if you know God, and you have been called of him, you are no longer as ordinary as you think. You are special. You can change the destiny of your own life. You can change the destiny of your family. You can change even the destiny of your country without anybody getting to know. I want to encourage you to continue praying. The prayers of Amos didn't have even a basis. The people were not repentant, and yet God heard him. It seems like Amos was just saying, please God, because of who you are, because of your mercy, just save these people. And if you continue praying, you too will change the world that you live in. And God, who is faithful and true, will answer your prayers. I want to hear what you think about what we are saying. Please follow the links that are provided in this screen below. God bless you.